without enough showers.
Yay.
Food was fine, but not enough showers. Even all those pressures, both inside and outside, and surrounded by people all the time with no space, you're going to go insane. I think the desire to live there, I mean, people came from all over the country to be there. I mean, there is something beautiful in that, right?
Right.
It's also a little crazy. Inside the park itself, there were some internal issues. You know, like the people from the Upper East Side didn't want to. Well, yeah. The way people grouped themselves, inside the park itself, it replicated physically. In those groups, it physically replicated the divisions between race and class in the city itself. So you would have the more educated, bourgeois, on the one side, which tended to be more white. And then you had the drummers and the people around them on the other side. And they tended, typically, to be people of color. Yes, I'm talking about where we slept. The people segmented themselves. I mean, it's unfortunate, but I think it's natural. I mean, unless you fight against something like that, it's just kind of naturally the way things go. Oh, and add to that, the police bringing down homeless guys and the mentally ill just for the free food. No, seriously, they dropped them off. Anything they could do to really just fuck things up and make it as difficult as possible to hold things together. I mean, there are videos of obvious agent provocateurs walking through the park, causing trouble in one spot, but then moving to another place and doing the exact same thing. I mean, even during the marches, they were starting fights and throwing shit at cops. And okay, some of that was regular people. But some of that was agent provocateurs trying to create violence to turn the people against the marches. And then the police would have full reign to do whatever they want. You see, it was to tear people apart. Because you know, once you create violence, everyone just runs away. When I first met you guys, I was fairly new to this, so I was saying, come on, just 5 things. Just 5 things, come on. But then as time went on, I thought about that. You know, I thought, well, who really makes demands? You know, petulant children and terrorists. You give me what I want, or else. Or else what? When you make demands, you are saying that they have the power to give you what you want or not, rather than turning that around and saying, how can I be a part of making the change I want to see? Right? That's what happened in Occupy. It was like we had a foundation, you know? Like when Trayvon Martin got shot. I took part in the Million Hoodie March. You know, 5,000 people on the streets of New York. And this is about 4 weeks after that boy got shot. But the asshole who shot him for carrying a bag of Skittles, was still walking around, free and clear, not arrested because of stand your ground. Something like that happens and you say, no, enough. People, a lot of people who really didn't have any experience in street protest, said, I want to do something. And now we had these tools, we had this form of communication. So we're getting phone calls from a little town in, I don't know, bumfuck California, or, bumfuck New York State. And they're saying, we want to do something. How do we do this? And we're like, okay, well, here's how you get here's how you organize a march. Here's how you get a permit. Here is how you get the word out. But yeah, it does take a story. People are going to get very fired up In the next financial disaster, that's inevitable, I think. And we will get into another war, because it's kind of like a national habit now. And this economy, man, it thrives on crisis, so that next crisis is coming. And hopefully this time we'll get people up out of their seats.
Yeah.
I was talking to a friend of mine who I do a lot of this work with. And I said, hey, you know, if you go down by Trinity Church, there's still about 20 people camped out for Occupy. But it's like they got a lot of screws loose. And I looked at that and I said, oh, God. Wait, was this what it was about? I mean, shit. This is what it is now? What he said to me. I want you to think about every person who was in this camp, or any of the others. This experience, it changes you. It changes the way that you look at yourself. It changes the way that you relate to other people, right? It changes how you view your position now in society. Every one of those people went back to their own communities with those changes. Occupy offers up ideas. And whatever happens to the movement itself, it changed people. It brought those ideas into the world. And that doesn't go away.
Right.